Okay, here we go.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Good morning, Sunday fun day underway. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I know you're all on mute. You can say whatever you feel like now. Let me really know what I can hear. Sorry, let me really know how you feel now that I can hear. Do get started today. Less mumbo jumbo. Let's get this going. Let's come to the center part of our mat with feet hip width apart with our toes turned out ever so slightly. I like to kind of bring a little bit of movement from side to side. Keep those legs straight. And we're going to start progressing this as we go through our warm-up. I'd like you to draw the shoulders up, open the palms to face forward, and draw the elbows backwards. On the next push right, I'd like to circle backwards, all the way around to the opposite side, pushing forward, do the complete circle. Just take it easy to start. And as your hips begin to open up, let that range of the circle increase. Do a couple more of these, enjoying the process of warming up. Oh my goodness. All right, let's bring it to a stop and go the opposite way. You might notice that you can deepen into it right out of the get-go because we have a little bit of that blood flow into those muscles that say, oh, yeah, I can take this on. Keeping that chest nice and proud. Let's bring it to center. And then let the arms relax, draw the shoulders up, pull the elbows backwards, and make little fists out of the hands as we as we bring the orientation of the toes, staying straight forward. I'd like you to bring a little bit of pronounced push of that big ball of that toe, big toe that is, and slowly begin to lower. As we work these good mornings, I'd like you to squeeze the elbows together and draw your chin in towards your neck, keeping that spinal column nice and long. You're engaging through your core. And that simply means you're keeping the chest proud, elbows pulling back and hollowing out the belly, even though we're ranging it up and down. Begin to explore a little more depth in the movements. Frequency is very nice, just down and up, slow and methodical. Check in with your shoulders, make sure they're not drifting down as you fold down, and try to keep them lifting backwards, retracting as you elevate. A couple more reps. Really get down into it as best you can, pulling the butt back, keeping the weight pronounced into the heels, get those hammies. Oh, a lot of blood flow. On the next down, hold it down. Let the arms descend to the earth. Let the shoulders just drop in like forward. Let's rock forward and back onto the fronts and backs of your feet. And then give you as much weight bearing back into the heel of the foot. And allow your hands to walk forward as you inhale. Extend that spinal column. As you exhale, let it flex. Let's go through a series of this. Inhale and extend. Exhale, flex. You got the pattern. Execute it. Few more reps. That's all neat in the spine extended position. Take your chin, draw it in towards your neck. Take that booty, draw it backwards, walk the fingers forward, get that nice pull through the lats. Hopefully a nice enjoyable lengthening through the low back. As you release your next breath, let your body fold down and bring your hands to opposite elbow. As we invert here, I'd like you to see if you can grow the spinal column. Let the arms relax down. Pilates style, let's bring it up, rotating that pelvic girdle under, stacking each vertebrae to raise up the body. Let's give you that nice proud chest. Give me a little bit of an athletic stance, elbows pulling back, hands, let's make them back into fists. Thumbs aiming towards the sky, squeeze the elbows, draw that chin in, and take a big breath. As you exhale, let's serve the arms out. We haven't done this in a while. This
You did that just for me?
I did this just for her. Yes, you're welcome. Now, as we serve the arms out, no, we were not fighting before this, I promise you. Draw the elbows back, trace them along the rib cage, pull them all the way back. Someone had some rehab here, and there we go. Give them a little bit of challenge, and all I get is brief. Now, as we hold on this, keep that chest proud, keep the shoulders pinning back as we fold forward. We did this a little bit earlier. These good mornings with a little bit of shoulder orientation. We're going to bring in a little progression to this. So as you fold forward, keep the arms, upper arms folding or hugging the body, and then sweep your lower arms out. So basically in a folded position, if you want to look at it, is we're extending out after we fold it down. So take it down, open it up, put it back together, rise back up. Continue on this progression for a few more repetitions. Or as Kirsten likes to
I
say,
can't do that either.
a few more reps. I know. This is going to be challenging. Oh, yeah, this is a lot of shoulder, arm, exterior rotation. I'm just warming it up. Just give it a try. Your range of motion is going to be limited as you first start. It will expand as you go through more repetitions. And let's all meet in the up position. Let the arms, shake them out. Widen your stance a little bit. Take the right arm, sweep it up, sweep it across the midline of the body. As you push the right hip up, reach long with that right arm. Pull, pull, pull. And as you exhale, sweep it down, switch up sides. So we're going slowly to begin. Pulling long with that left arm, left hip pushing out, changing sides. So we're going to oscillate side to side, trying to minimize any type of bend through the elbow, trying to reach best we can through the whole circle, the arc that our hand makes in the sky. Continuing side to side. And then all of us meeting with arms extended outwards, palms spread, fingers wide, palms facing forward with fingers spread wide. Big breath in and take those shoulder blades and rotate them forward, rotate them back. Inward, outward, in, out and hold out. Now, take a big breath, open the palms to the sky as you sweep them up to the sky. Take a big exhale, hold it down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale and extend. Draw that booty back, walk the fingers forward, big breath in. Powerful exhale, fold. Hands to opposite elbow, try to grow the neck and spinal column. Arms drift towards the earth. Inhale, extend that spinal column, Pilates styles. Rotate that pelvic girdle, stack each vertebrae. Salute the sun. Take a big breath, pull high to the sky. As you release the breath, let those hands descend over heart. As we finalize our warm-up, I'm going to ask you now to step sideways to the mat. We're going to bring the feet in just a little wider than hip width apart. We're going to start this work by executing a typical squat. And as we come down, I want you to not try to rotate in. I'd like you to be proud for the chest and begin to explore the range of motion. As our muscle memory develops with this movement, I want you to make sure, best you can, we're stable through the spinal column. Try to avoid the compensatory type of pattern when we rotate inwardly with the shoulders. Chest remains proud. Get it down a little more. Bring it back up. And now we're going to add some movement to this. So we are sideways to the mat because we have movement that's going to involve a little bit of stepping outward. Now, raise it up, step out the right foot, kind of like a modified sumo squat. Not to get oriental, come down all the way, push back up, step in and go the opposite direction. So as we spiral through this, we're going to be planting that turning leg. So in this case, if the right leg extends out, we plant into the left leg to step forward the right leg. And we sweep out that left leg to come down on the opposite side. We plant to the right leg, so the left leg sweeps in, and we continue on this altered pattern. Again, range of motion, very key. Down as far as your body can go. Explore the range. It may feel a little painful through the lowest aspect of the movement. Try to deal with that. That's muscle. Letting you know it hasn't been moved like that before. See if you can increase the depth. Ah. We're going to do this a couple more reps. Remember, when you're rising up, to plant into the leg that you're turning into. All right, bringing it all the way up. I'm going to step back, still remaining sideways to the mat, and step out the legs as we bring that nice, stable, wide-legged position. I'm going to hollow out, fold down, and rise back up. Important now, this movement with hands on hips is that we maintain stable shoulders, stable spine, stable neck. A lot of things to keep stable as we initiate range of motion. There's that word again, or those words again. Many cases, as we do these exercises, the muscles that have been more dominant in our movement like to take over. That's just the indirect way of saying, if you're drifting forward into the toe box, relax that. Get the weight mostly to the heels. On the next rep down, we're going to hold down. Let the arms descend to the floor. Now take your butt, lift it backwards. Take your hands, walk them forward. Hands slightly forward of that shoulder joint of yourself. Draw the chin up into the neck as you crowd out the chest. Sweep the right arm up to the sky. Open the right shoulder. These are windmills. You got it. We're going to switch side to side. The frequency is basically a 1, 2, 3 count. As we move and open, we create the effort of rotation by lifting the shoulder to the sky. We're trying to mitigate any type of forward drifts. So as best you can, and when you feel it in the pressure of the foot, that shift forward to the toe box. Self-correct, bring it back to the heel. Continue on this reps for a few more. Know that this is all helping you with nice spinal stability and also hip stability. All good stuff. All right. On the next rep down with both hands on the floor, walk your feet back in underneath the hips. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Rip the hips back, walk the fingers forward. As you exhale, fold the upper body, Pilates style. Stack it, lift it, salute them, raise up high. Let the hands drift back over heart. Pivot that right foot forward, bring the left foot around to face front. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying this so far. Now, big breath, powerful exhale. Big breath, powerful exhale. On the next breath, let's take that left knee, lift it into the sky, and then slowly drift it back down. So we're going to step side to side as we walk this out. Slowly walk this out. Try to make the effort to elevate that knee as high as you can. Great job. Keep the focus. A lot of people use different things, a lot of different things to maintain balance. One of the most important things to maintain balance is the proprioceptive information received from your eyes. So keep them open, use them to regulate the balance as you move forward. As the muscles develop a memory for the movements, stable as we keep that. We're going to add a little progression to challenge what they already know. Now hold up on the left side, open the right side, turn that foot down, step it down, bring the left up, open up, step it down, and continue on this progression for a few more reps. As we rep this out, you might notice the wobbliness comes in a little more. That's where we learn. This is the learning part here. Be persistent. Keep trying. All right, we're going to meet with both feet down. Relax those arms. Shake them out. Draw those shoulders up. Open the palms. Draw those elbows back. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, let's bring that left knee up and step the left foot backwards. Beautiful. Now, we're on our toes on that back foot. Heel, you know what we want, right? Aiming to the sky. We have a proud chest. Follow that big toe, front foot, push it into the mat. Chop through the right hip, fold forward. Raise up. We're going to continue on this pattern. Now, stabilization, just some cues followed by proud chest, shoulders retracted, chin pulling into neck, chopping hip, and that's the only real move point on this. As we raise and lower, guess what? Yeah, we want a little bit of range of motion. Explore on the down, but right? When you start to compromise. So try to keep it all in control as you add depth to the movements. Great job. Couple more reps. Now, on the next elevation, vertical, the upper body, keep those arms pulling back, push the hands forward. Now we have a little bit more load in that right cheek. We're going to add to it by chopping through the right hip and coming in. This is our woodpecker as we raise the arms and slowly sweep back. As you transition over the hips, open the palms so that your thumbs are nice and pulling high to the sky. Remember the shoulder stability through the whole range of motion of the arms, reaching as you raise, reaching as you sweep back and open. Keep on this pattern for a couple more reps. Any burning that's going on in that right cheek is what you're looking for. Keep that effort here. As we reach high to the sky, the hands then descend over heart, step the back foot forward, shake out that right leg, and get ready to set up for the opposite side. You're going to take your hands now, elbows draw back, chest, brow, right knee lifts, lift it high, step it back on the toes of that back foot. Left leg remains relatively straight. We chop through, we lower, and we raise slowly. Spine, neck, shoulders, all connected as we make the slow transition between our low and high. And we give ourselves permission to explore that low. Get as low as you can go. Whoops. Try not to lose your balance. I can't do it. All right, we're getting there. Hopefully you have a little burn going on. We're going to add the progression here soon. As we raise up this time, vertical the body, extend the arms out. Left hip chops, reach it forward, reach it up, slowly lower, open palms as we pass hips, and explore some of this range of motion of our shoulders, working as best we can, keeping that balance as best we can, Reaching high, both directions. Great job. Keep the focus, keep the balance. Best you can. All right, got a big burn going. Hopefully you had that same experience. I want you to enjoy this to benefit. Work it hard to get more of a burn. If you're there, you just simply lean in a little more. On the next rep, sweep the arms high to the sky, let hands descend over heart, back foot steps forward, shake out that left leg. When you're ready, sweep up, salute the sun, exhale, fold. Inhale, extend to a flat back, exhale, fold. Hips strip back, inhale, extend, exhale, fold. Inhale and extend. On the exhale, step your feet back into plank. Let that chest rip in between the arms. And please check in with that head. Let's make sure it's not falling off the body. Pull the hips up and back to down dog. Bend both knees. Let them ascend or descend towards the earth. And then bring straightness back. Same thing. Knees descend towards and then straighten. Once again, knees bending, knees straightening. Drive the heels to the earth. Walk the hands, reverse walk the plank. Walk it back into an inverted position. Inhale and extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold, Pilates style. Stack it as you rise up. Great job. Hands descend over heart. Right knee lifts, right foot steps forward. Great job. Now, on the toes of that left foot, plant the ball of that big toe, right side, into the mat. Verticalize the body, upper body nice and vertical. Left knee makes its descent towards the earth. It doesn't touch, it just maybe taps. Gonna raise and lower slowly. When you raise up, bring straightness to both legs without that left heel descending to the mat. So you get a big toe push, straight legs front and back. Ball of that big toe front foot pushing in as you drive the force upward. Keep the balance. Couple more reps before we add progression. Nice, right? This time up, hands push to the sky. Hands heart as you lower, hands sky as you rise. On this for a couple more reps. Big burn, no problem, right? You got this. Great job. Time up, hold up, hands over heart. From the front foot, explode it back. There you go. Shake it out if you need. Take that left knee, raise it. We're stepping it forward this time. Same setup, opposite side. Nice vertical body, right knee descends. Adjust your stance as necessary. Sometimes we set a limit to where we want to step, but it's not functional for the exercise we're doing. So you have permission from yourself to change it up. Just wanted you to know. Slowly up, slowly down. Remember, rising, straight legs. Bending as we lower, straightening as we rise. Good job. Keep on this. More reps, more endurance, more strength. That's what you're all about right now. Then we're going to add in our progression soon. Are you ready for it? Here we go. Down, up, extend the arms. Down, up and extend. Keep going. A few more reps. We're almost there. Almost there. Oops. You can tell balance becomes a little more challenging when those muscles that help stabilize get fatigued. On the next down, up. Let the hands descend over heart. Take that front foot, explode it back. Shake it out. Great job. Inhale, extend. Arms to the sky. Exhale, relax. Shoulders pull the ears. And then take the elbows, turn them in, open your palms. Great job. Now pull the hips back. Let the arms now drop to the earth. Inhale, extend into a flat back. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, extend and walk it out to plank. Get a dog position. Let the chest drop in between. Let the knees now descend to the earth. Please keep your toes tucked under. Broaden out the base. Knees under hips. A little wider if you need it. Hands ahead of shoulders. Hips pull back. Hands extend out. Big inhale. Exhale. Enjoy this childlike pose for a couple breaths. As we calm it down, we're going to focus on some nice stretching. We're going to come into our quadruped position. Complicated way of saying get onto all fours. Let your chest drop in between your arms. Spiral your elbows inwardly. Draw the chin up and into the neck. Take an imaginary string. Tie it into that thoracic or middle spine and use the string to begin to arch through that back of yours. Let the head rotate inwardly, downward towards the earth. Take your tailbone, begin to imagine the pubis rolling forward and upward in a big arch. As you fill the lungs, bring extension to the spine and rotate, reverse through those hips, tailbone rolling up to the sky, and back of head reaching high as we maintain that spinal extension. Get a hold of those muscles over your belly button and hollow them up, pull them up. Hold on this. As you exhale, increase the contraction through the belly, draw it up into the spine. As we reverse and come into cat, I'd like you to take that pelvic girdle and give you as much of a roll inward and upward. And allow that head to drop down best you can. Really imagine, if you can, bowling ball shooting off into the belly. Really give you a big contraction. Hold that contraction as we reverse out of this into our cow. Back of head pulling the sky. Tailbone rolling upward and inward, belly button pulling up to the sky, just a friendly reminder. And then one more time, cat. One more time, cow. And with feet tucked under, elevate the knees, pull the hips up and back, walk the hands back towards the feet. As you inhale, extend, exhale, fold. As you Pilates style it back up. You're elevated. Take your hands, reach into the sky. Say good morning to the sun. As you relax the arms, let them fall down beside your body and draw your shoulders up. Nice. Palms are just facing inward. Let's take the left foot, plant it, and step the right foot wide, giving as much as you've got. We're going to take a little movement downward into the right leg. And then we're going to push up, almost like we're skating. We're going to transition from side to side. We're going to work this depth over the next few repetitions. So be prepared to give yourself permission to go a little low. Range of motion and strength of muscle activation for range of motion is very key. Often when we have to adjust things because we encounter unknown obstacles, our normal range of motion is challenged because it was unexpected. We had little or no control over it. So this is why exploring your range of motion and developing stability in that range is very key as we age. So play around with it a little bit. Whatever cadence you like, or sure, whatever cadence you were liking. I'd like you to increase it. Little more, side to side. Not at the expense of depth of movement. Get down low, power up, get down low, power up. Keep it going for a few more reps. Everyone needs standing position. Come to the front of your mats. Take a big breath in and salute. Exhale, fold. Going down. Whatever way you want to get there. Nice job. Great work today so far. Hope you've enjoyed it. Gonna do some more work on the mat. Grab a little water. All right, now. When we came down, get a 90-degree in that left leg, kind of cornered into the mat. Take the right leg and sweep it open. Today, we're going to come down onto the forearm left side. Trying to maintain that nice alignment from the spinal column. So this is lateral flexion of the spinal column. This is slight lateral flexion. We can't always be perfect when we're in this position, but as best you can, get me there. You're going to take that right hip and rotate it forward. And then as we keep that rotation, internal rotation of that right hip, I'd like you to take the right foot, lift it off the earth, and then tap it down. And do that 4 or 5 times. Slow up, slow down. It cramps. Drink some more water. All right. Let's lower down. And now we're going to walk over to the opposite side. Assist with your arms. You can go without them. You can go commando if you want to. And when you get to the opposite side, take an opportunity to set it up. Down onto the forearm. Left foot, left hip rotates inwardly. Left foot raises and lowers. And continue on this 4 or 5 reps. And remember, this is not just lifting the foot. This is like exerting effort to lift it high, right? That extra effort is what makes the difference here. So you're going to try, get high. And I'm not talking 1970s here. All right, on the next rep down, walk it back. Try it without your arms and see if you can do that at all. Not so much for me, it's still a work in progress. Hopefully your experience is a little better. Now, we're back into forward facing. I'd like you to take now that right hip, rotate it forward. Beautiful. Come down onto the forearm. As we keep that forearm position, keep the spinal column as best you can, nice and secure. We're going to take now that combination of right hip rotating inwardly and the right knee raising upwardly. So this is a modification, more intense modification of clamshell. So raise and lower. And let's be clear, raise isn't just, oh, I put an effort in, I got it off. I've accomplished so much. No, this is like raise it, giving it an effort. If that muscle on that right hip goes, my goodness, what the heck's going on? That's what you're looking for, if you can get it. Raise it high, rotate the hip in, lower down. Let's do another rep like that. Raise that right knee high. Keep the knee reaching to the sky, rotate that right hip forward, and then lower down. And what the heck, 3 times is the charm. Raise the knee, rotate the hip, and lower down, and walk it over opposite side. Oh, you having fun yet? All right, once we get a rear there, same thing, engage it, keep it nice and straight as best you can. Take the left hip, rotate it forward. Take the left knee, lift it up, lower down. And continue for a few more reps. Remember, the effort is not just to elevate it off the earth, it's to
dig deep, try to reach higher if you can. That's when we gain. We gain when we exert beyond normal. And this is a very low risk movement. This is all about muscle focus here. Now, let's finish this up. Lift the knee, rotate the hip forward, lower down, lift that knee, rotate forward, keep that knee lifting, lower down, lift the knee, bring the hip, oh, and lower down, and let's walk it out to the front part of the mat into a static plank pose. Oh, I don't know about you ladies, but that kills me. All right. So yeah, how much is how important that is? All right, we have a wide-legged staff pose, nice and tall. You can kind of see me scooching around a little bit just to get my sit bones on the mat. Chest is nice and proud. So we hold on this for 1 second. We're going to bring this down to the mat. I'm going to range of motion this out. So let's start off with a nice Pilates descent. Tuck that pelvic girdle under, C-curve the spine, drop the chin in, and then imprint vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Take the arms, reach them to the sky. Now, we are 180 degrees in those hips of ours. Point the toes, sweep the leg up. Now, here we go. We have the hands reaching to the sky. I'd like you to crunch up and reach towards that foot. Keep the toes pointed and then lower down. Flex the foot, lower the leg. Opposite side. Point, bring it up, reach up and touch, or go towards, lower, foot flex, leg lower, and now we've got our pattern movements. Rep this out slowly. Make sure when your shoulders return to the earth that you're flattening out the shoulder blades. Reaching up high, oh, lowering down. On the descent, you should almost feel like that gluteal muscle is bundling up. And then let the muscle relax as you switch over to the opposite side. Reach up, get higher, lower down. As we rep this out, you should feel more of the abdominal muscles also working. Remember, functioning, toe point, raise the leg, reach for that foot. Flatten out the blades as you flex the foot and lower down and feel that gluteal package kind of bundle up on the downward control. Up and lower. Couple more reps. I can feel this. Hopefully you're getting the same sensation. The left side, oh, lower, flex and lower. Great job. Relax it. Shake out those legs if you want. When you're ready, let's step them in. Gonna rock that girdle. Pelvic girdle's gonna rock and roll forward and back. Get that low back skin touching your mat. Gonna hollow out the belly. Gonna drop your chin into your chest and bring your hands together, palms with fingers and palms together, fingers interlocked. And you're gonna slowly try to peel up the upper back and slowly imprint each vertebrae. Bring the head back to its start place, which is simply chin drawing in, back of head, gently pressing to the mat. Shoulder blades relatively flat. Chin drops into the chest, and each vertebrae thereafter on the lower points. For the upper back, of course, we are crunching up, lowering back down, and resetting, only to start it all over again. This feels easy. That's because your effort has to improve. You have to get a little more out of this. Try to push a little higher. reach a little more. Try it to see if it works, if you can get it. Last time up, reach, hold on this, release the hands, let the arms open up. Open the palms to face the sky, sweep your thumbs to the floor, hold, and then relax everything. Shake it out, pull your knees up and into the chest. Forehead up to meet your knees, let's rock and roll up to a seated position. We're gonna take our body and gonna sweep it around. So we're gonna go into like a pigeon-like pose. So I know the boss lady wanted to do this. Hopefully she's okay. We're gonna take your right foot, step it forward. Oh, welcome back, Cotter. All right, so you find that post. A lot of times when people do pigeon is they have the knees very close together. You should kind of make sure that your knees are wider than your hips. To allow them to move a little more effectively through the stretch. I'm gonna walk down onto my forearms as we begin to feel those muscles from the hips going, what the heck? All right, now you can walk forward the arms, the forearms walk forward. Try to keep that nice spinal extension, so key. Kind of focus the release of certain muscles. Super easy to flex your back and get lower. What we want to work on is mobilizing the hip, extending, pulling apart some of that adhesion in the muscles. And as you enjoy this, try to sink a little lower. I often use my mind, or try to let the muscles calm, because your brain's on fire. It's like, holy crap, and it feels like there's a fire sometimes when you're like lengthening out muscles, like we're doing right now. So you can use a little biofeedback, tell yourself, I get the pain, I understand it, I'm gonna accept it. That's a technique I use. I don't know that it works for everybody, but there it is. You want it. We're gonna now walk it back in, raise it up, tuck the toes of that back foot to allow you to sweep back the right leg, come into plank, sweep that left leg forward. Now, position of the foot. This angle in the knee, it's all problematic for some. And if the foot needs to be closer in towards the pubis, you can go back there. It's all right. More importantly, though, as we stated earlier, separation of both knees, but hip width apart, a little wider to allow this stretch to be more effective. Again, exploring the range of motion is acceptance of where our muscles are, and sometimes a little bit of challenge to their acceptance. Can they be lengthened a little more? Can we not ignore pain, but use that sensation of uncertainty that the muscles nervous system tells us, oh, we're getting a little bit beyond what we're normally used to. And that's really what it is. We're just getting beyond a little what our normal feels like. Not that we want to risk injury, because we're not. But we want to expand these muscles, to lengthen them, to be functional through a greater range. Make sense? See if you can deepen into this a little more. When you're ready, we're going to walk it back in. You're going to take that front foot, step it back, keep them into plank pose. We're going to do some other stretches here. Our down dog, even though it's an active working stretch, I'd like you to take your hips, pull them high to the sky, drop the heels, pull the hips higher, step the feet forward as we invert here. Get a nice wider than hip width stance of the feet. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Draw that booty backwards, walk the fingers forward, let the upper body pull down again. Bring hand to opposite elbow. Float upon your feet. You know what I mean, right? Just kind of float around. Bring the hands forward, draw the hips back, inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, pull And Pilates style.
Girdle rotates under, vertebrae stack. Salute the sun, pull high to the sky. Let the arms drop and bring hands over heart to allow me to say, thanks for joining me today. Namaste. Good morning.